I'm from New York, and it's almost harder to not start in lacrosse than it is to avoid lacrosse. And so around about third grade, there were open tryouts right on the field next to my house. And my parents took me along. They didn't have any prior experience with it, but I instantly fell in love with it. And I think one of the best parts about it that I recognized from an early age was just how much of a team sport it is up and down the field, no matter what position you play. And I think the fast pace as well as the team aspect, it hooked me initially. So I think from then on, probably around like the time I was 8 years old till now, I've loved playing lacrosse. I think if you have the opportunity to go to Stanford, it's very hard to not fly out and see the campus. So when Amy sent my club coach an email saying that she would love to have me for a weekend to kind of just look at the school and tour the athletic facilities, I instantly jumped at the chance. And as soon as I walked on the campus, I knew this place was special. And I think I got a feeling here that I didn't get at any other East Coast school. And so when I started going through the recruiting process and really considering like where I wanted to continue my athletic career, I could never shake the thought that I really wanted to be at Stanford. And so from then on, I kind of tried to do everything I could to end up here, and was extremely excited when Amy gave me the opportunity to come play here. The team is a huge part of it because, as you see on the field, there are so many incredible athletes and lacrosse players, but the fact that they're pursuing super hard majors and internships and whatever they're interested in is like a great part of a family for me to be a part of, and it inspires me to kind of think about what I'm interested in, how can I be better in terms of school or lacrosse or, pursuing something that interests me. And so I think, to be surrounded by 35 really smart, athletic, talented women every day has just really contributed to my development and has pushed me to kind of hope to give back in any way that I can. After my junior year at school, I decided to go back home to New York City and work a finance internship in equity research. And what I loved about it is studying companies and kind of seeing what their trajectory will be dependent on different technologies and what they're prioritizing and kind of how that relates to how people value their stock. And that was super interesting, and to kind of be in the financial capital of the world was awesome, just in terms of my own learning experience. It was an amazing experience to travel across the world and go to New Zealand. Some of the best parts was actually playing the competition in New Zealand. They're so excited about the sport, and we got to coach a clinic for middle school and high school aged girls, and they were just so excited to A, learn from us, but B, learn more about the sport and how maybe they could come to the U.S. to play. And I think it's really cool to see how you can relate to people across the world on something that you've done every single day and can kind of share that like mutual experience. So that was an awesome opportunity to do so, and it really shows that you can really connect with anyone because you have more in common than you think. There's not many places that are on the intersection of technology, business, and innovation. And I think being at the heart of that as an undergraduate is just such an incredible opportunity that I do not think that you can get anywhere else. In terms of being a student here, I just think, again, to go back to the people, to surround yourself with people who are really pushing themselves and whatever interests them will only make you a better version of yourself. And I think, for any kind of student athlete, it's going to be hard, and I think you shouldn't be afraid of failure, but almost invite it, because it means that you're bettering and getting yourself to a higher level than you thought you would. And I think I was so afraid to fail coming out of high school because, everyone's a star. But then once you come here, you realize that it's just a different playing field, but in the end, you kind of exceed any expectations that you have previously set for yourself because you're becoming a stronger and better version. So I think for any student athlete, do not worry. It will get easier, you'll get used to it, and you'll be able to kind of, probably hit a level of performance that you didn't even think was possible.